The Pink Panther's Stalker. The missing episode. Everyone knows the Pink Panther. He's smooth, clever, and always one step ahead. No matter what, he always escapes. He's been chased by detectives, bumbling villains, and every imaginable obstacle. But in one banned episode, something else was chasing him. Something that wasn't supposed to be there. And this time, he wasn't laughing. The Strange File. It was a file hidden in the archives. An animator named Charlie, who had worked at the studio for years, found it buried deep in the system. The file name was odd, pp Final Edit 1978.av. There was no record of such an episode ever being aired. Curious, Charlie clicked play. The video flickered to life, and for the first time ever, Pink Panther looked afraid. The chase that felt too real. The episode began as usual. The Pink Panther was running, but something was off. His movements were jerky, unnatural. The background was different too, no bright colors, no playful jazz music, just dark alleyways and long empty streets. And then a whisper echoed, a voice Charlie didn't recognize. "I see you." The Pink Panther froze. He turned his head slowly, his pupils shrinking, his breathing hitched. Then he sprinted, faster than ever, but something was chasing him, and this time he wasn't sure if he could outrun it. The invisible presence. Charlie's hands felt clammy as he watched. Who was chasing him? There was nothing on the screen, just an endless void of blackness behind the Pink Panther. But every few seconds, the animation glitched, and for just single frames, there were footsteps. Dark, distorted shadows just out of focus. And then a new voice. Deep, slow, too close to the mic. "I've always been right behind you." The Pink Panther's ears twitched violently. His eyes darted around. Something he had never done before. He pressed himself against a wall, chest heaving, his tail wrapped tightly around himself. And then the screen went black. A frame that shouldn't exist. For exactly 0.5 seconds, a single frame appeared. Charlie paused the video, his heart hammering. The image showed the Pink Panther collapsed on the ground. His body was trembling, his paws clutching his head. But behind him, in the shadows, was a figure, not drawn in the same cartoon style, not animated at all. It looked real, too tall, too thin. Its fingers were reaching for the Pink Panther's back. But the worst part, it had no face, just a smooth void, as if someone had erased it. And beneath it, there was text scribbled in red ink, 4 words: "You can't escape me." The final scene. Charlie pressed play again. The Pink Panther was gone. The screen was empty, just a dark alley. Only the sound of slow breathing remained. Then the camera tilted. It turned toward the viewer, as if something was looking out from inside the screen. Then, for the first time in Pink Panther history, a new voice spoke. Deep, distorted, and too human. "Are you running too?" The video cut to static. Charlie yanked out the plug from his monitor. His hands were shaking. He deleted the file. But that night, as he walked home through the dimly lit streets, he swore he heard something behind him. Footsteps, matching his own perfectly. And just as he reached his door, a whisper right against his ear. "I've always been right behind you.